Alrighty, it is time to kick this off with my new streaming setup. Check it out. Here we go. Oh, let's do... Hey, what is this? If you're wearing headphones, I should be now in your left ear. Tell me if I'm in your left ear. Now I should be in your right ear. Oh, we can do stereo things. Hey, look at this. We can also widen the stereo image so I'm over in both of your ears. Oh, check it out. Let's do some bass.
Yeah.
Let's maybe put one over here. Yeah. Hello everybody. Hey, am I, someone tell me if we're actually, am I looping something accidentally? Whoops, turn that off. How are we doing today? Tell me in the chat where you're from, as usual, and we can I can shout you out. Let's see, we got Ewajasic from Poland. We got Shino Hoshi, I believe is from France. Christy, first time. Hey, Christy, good to see you. Hi from Winnipeg. Yeah, fellow Canadian, sweet. Hello, Leslie Young. I believe Leslie Young is from Colorado, although I could be mistaken. But yeah, someone tell me, tell me where you guys are from. I got my stream settings. Oh, I think I'm on normal latency, which might mean that I'm getting a very big delay from the time that I say this to the time you hear it. So we're starting to roll in now. We got Melissa Gevin from Germany. We got Valdemar Verning Henson from Denmark. Sumiyanka Roy from India. Catherine from Hawaii. A. Bowser's from Norway. Laurie Svensson from Minnesota. Jade Cutter. Okay, I changed a couple of settings. Hopefully we try stereo thing later. You can already hear, you should be able to hear the bass in both your ears if you try. But if not, let me know, because I want to know if this thing actually works. Someone tell me if my voice is over in the left ear and then over in the right ear, because that would be a good thing to know, so that I can actually make sure this sounds good for all of you. Hey, California, Seattle, Colorado. Hello from Utah. Hello, India. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Check it out. Welcome to the stream now. Whoa. Welcome to the stream now. Yeah, we're gonna spread it out a little more. Welcome to the stream now. Whoa. Welcome and then we spread it out even more. Oh, over there. Whoa. Welcome to the stream now. Whoa. Welcome to the stream now. Welcome to the stream now. Oh, 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 someone tell me if we're actually. Oh, am I losing something accidentally? Whoops. Haha. Hey, look, I recorded a thing. If we're actually. Let's bring that back down. So, what should we do today, guys? I thought I've got this new setup going. I managed to get my one computer routed into my other computer. So now we can see what's going on. So over here, this is, as you can probably guess, This is the looper function. This is Mobius, the looper that I'm running. And if you're down here on this thing, where is it? There's my hand. This thing's like taped to the ceiling so it can see my setup. So this controls some faders and stuff over here. So you can see we can bring the bass over to the left or over to the right. We can bring the volume up and down. We can mute things or unmute them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then my other bits are so we've got this effects box. This is a Roland VT4. It can do lots of cool things, as you guys have seen a lot. But you can see me playing with it a little more now. I guess it's still pretty small on the feed, so I don't know how much you can see. But you know, we got the reverb over here, bring it up and down. You know, we got the pitch for thing going up and down. It was you want it to be. And then we got the
4-inch pitch effects, whether I sound like a
chipmunk
Or like a very low-voiced individual.
So we got those. We can do what key are we in? We in D? We can get some auto-tune. Yeah. And if I spread on my voice like this, I can really sound like T-Pain. Oh, that's weird. Is that the right key? That sounds kind of Arabic. Whoa. So there's that. Whoa, so many settings. The problem with so many settings is that it's hard to keep track of them all, and then you suddenly realize, oh wait, I'm in the left channel. I didn't even realize it. There's lots to keep track of. Down here at the bottom there, you can just see the panel of things that I'm keeping track of. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a little slider that says doubler, and as I crank this up, you can see it start to move there, getting me real doubled on left and right. This is basically a plugin it's panning. It's taking my voice and like repeating it to the left and right, but doing slight pitch shifts and delays on it, just so it confuses your like stereo processing that usually tells you which part of like which direction something's coming from. So you have like a voice here, and then one in the middle. And like together they give this really cool like break. Right now it's really intense, right? But if I just bring it down like this, it just gives it a little bit more of like a classy sort of texture to your voice. And then if you bring up the reverb, oh, this is the pop sound, maybe with a little shorter tail on the reverb, I'm not really sure. Oh, bring it up if you want more of a weekend sort of effect, you know, like LIGO feel when space is ripping through with a wave of gravitation. Oh, LIGO feel when space is ripping through with a wave of, and then you can bring it way up gravitation. LIGO feel that's LIGO feel when space is ripping through with a wave of gravitation. LIGO feel that's LIGO feel when space is ripping through with a wave of gravitation. LIGO feel that's LIGO feel when space is ripping through with a wave of gravitation. LIGO feel when space is ripping through. Yeah. Bring down the doubler. Gravitation. Okay, piano solo. LIGO feel when space is ripping through with a wave of gravitation. LIGO feel when space is ripping through with a wave of gravitation. LIGO feel when space is ripping through with a wave of gravitation. LIGO feel when space wrong. A great player concocted recipe and played up all along. But at least my graphs are beautiful with Sigma 5.1. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. They told me don't worry about it. Analyze the jargon no more. They told me be careful about it. But I see the magic of black holes. Like those filled with spaces rippling through with the wave of gravitation. Whoa, like those filled with spaces rippling through to a tensor perturbation. Whoa, yeah. Hey, what should we sing about? What should we sing about? What should we sing about? Tell me things that we are gonna sing about. LIGO is in the chat. We already sang about that. I gotta keep this wrap up for like a minute, cause the stream is lagging. I put it on latency of like a minute by accident, and now it's too late to change it. So all of this living is arranged, so I gotta do it weird. Wave of gravitation is my fears. That it would be so strong, rip me apart all day long. That couldn't happen. Gravity is incredibly weak. I don't know how to seize the speed. Submarine day, says Jay Cutter. I don't know what I should take with my butter. I tried to make bread the other day in my bread maker I got on Christmas Day. It didn't work very well, I kind of exploded it. I put too much water and yeast, it eroded it over the top and into the vents. And then it started smoking and it didn't make sense, but I managed to take it out before it exploded and put it into the oven. And now I got lots of frozen bread, cause I put it in the freezer to keep it. I got too much bread for the weekend, you see that? Submersibles are just as cool. I don't know what you are referring to. Space elevator, says Leslie Young. That sounds like fun, I'll give it a try, just one. We got an item called the space elevator. We haven't got it yet, but maybe have it later. We'll have it and bring it up to the stars, that's how it works. Let me explain it, y'all. You gotta tether on a satellite off a past geosynchronous orbit, and then you got things going up and down, and it's an elevator so you avoid the rocket equation. But there's a problem, you see, cause the rocket equation increases exponentially, but so does the length of cable, and in fact the width that you gotta use to make that it can sustain the weight on it of the cable under it. And so at the bottom it's gotta be 1 kilometer long. It doesn't work very well with current materials, no it doesn't, but then maybe if we had carbon nanotubes we could make it work, and then go up to the moon and make rockets from the moon to other places, escaping the gravitational equations we face in. Philosophy of science, says Edison Moray. Yeah, I'm on fire. I don't know much about philosophy except moral and political philosophy, but if I wanted to rap about that's a different stream. I don't know what to do with this, I don't know what you mean. You mean like Thomas Kuhn and things that say that there is a paradigm shifts going on in the sciences, the same that what was it, Heisenberg? No, what was that philosopher? I crashed and burned. Bioethics is really important. I got things to say on it, but I won't ignore them. It's things like CRISPR and virus production. We gotta wait for their function to see what they can do. Before we do, we better make sure that we don't make it blue for us. We got to keep them bottled up, cause they can rage down, destroy us from the bottom up. From the cellular level, we gotta pedal them. So these things, we gotta settle them. We got CRISPR and it can make your genome different than it was in your own phenome. Oh dear, am I on fire? That's weird. I don't really know what else there is. You gotta make your kids not too susceptible to problems with the genetics, but how do you combine that with consent? It's really difficult. I met a philosopher named Francoise Bayless. She does lots of CRISPR research and things, and she wrote a book. I asked her what she said. She said it's off the hook. We don't know anything about what we should do, but we should do it communally. How about you? Everyone should have these thoughts in their conscience and put them at their dinner tables out in the monstrance. That's not, I'm rapping too fast to make sense. Oh, we better take less time when to take this. Oh yeah. Welcome to the stream. Check it out, check it out, check it out till I go feel that space. Welcome to the stream now. Don't da-da-da-da. Welcome to the stream now. Ripping it through. Oh yeah. Try to get Francoise Bayless on the podcast at some point. It would be cool to talk to her. She's a cool person. Welcome to the stream now. Oh, hey, check it out. What word? Let's see. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, we disappeared. Are we back? Yeah, we're back. Hey, hold a second. Hey, look at that. We've got the dulcimer working, but I can't quite get over to it yet because I'm trapped by these headphones. The headphones aren't quite, their reach isn't quite long enough. But the way the dulcimer works, I'll try to get a camera on the dulcimer later. But it's like you got little sticks here, and then you can. Yeah. That's about all I'll do with dulcimer. I'll try to get it more in the looping setup later on, but right now you're just gonna get a taste of that. Eventually we'll set up the drums too. But I mean, what else? What can we do? Oh yeah. Let's sing about something. What could we sing about today? And what just success hypothetical ways of harvesting star black hole energy, yeah. I don't know many ways. Could drop things in and they'll radiate as they spiral in, and that's like 50% efficient, but 50% gets lost, but 50% is still a lot better than every other thing in a Carnot cycle. There are thermodynamic regulations that make it so you can't make a really good engine, no, yeah, The other way is to wait for it to evaporate. That only really works if you can wait many millennia, 10 to the 100 for a nice black hole the size of the sun, but maybe not little ones. Oh, we can do it with another sun. If you take a Kugel Blitz that's made of filled photons, you just put really close into them, and then they go and they infinitely disperse radiation that's 100% convert. Maybe not with light, maybe with little bits of matter that you pack in really tight, I don't know. Oh, that's how it goes. Yeah, and then everything froze. That's the way we chose. That's what it is. No, oh no, I don't really know. What if we go here? We can make lots of things with T-Pain sounds. Black holes, they are not quantized as far as we know and can tell, but probably eventually. Whoa, this is what happens when you quantize pitch. That is the same as quantum mechanics. Pitch shifting is weird. That's very odd. Let's see. Keith Randling says something about helical shapes. What's that? Let me read it real quick. Helical shapes of things in nature. Something out there. Help my brain out. What mathematical thing? E pi. E is not really the thing you want. Helical shapes are a result of phi. 1.618 something. I don't know really. Oh, hey Tom, my brother is in the chat, friends. Hey, Tommy distracted me. Shout out to my brother, one of the inspirations for me pursuing a life of music, because he went out and pursued music on the West Coast before I had the ability to. Oh, yeah. Hey, Prox. Whoa, new setup, says Prox. Oh, yeah. Let me show you some of the things I can do. I can put you over here in your left ear, and then I can take you to the right. It's true. I can widen myself out and go real mono. Oh yeah, even this phono and pitch change so the beats in the left and the right. Oh yes, now you see it, that's yes. That's fresh, yeah, phi is what it is. The golden ratio, that's the simple biz. It's not really that complicated, just square root of 1 plus 5 over 2. I think 1 plus the square root of 5 over 2, what is it? Someone put it in the chat, oh, that's business. Yeah, Jade Cutter says, wait, a family had 2 sons and named one Tim and one Tom. Yep, that's right, that's what we did. Our parents weren't very original with their things that they put in their mouths and said them for our names. Oh, that's not great. Oh. Whoa, said Jay Cutter. That startled me. Didn't think the comps ever had mono turned off. Yeah, well, I had like everything routing to one mono feed, and I was just like pairing the left and the right perfectly. But it was really like for the piano, especially this piano VST, is like super stereo. And like the DX too. The Wurlitzer not so much. The Wurlitzer's pretty much right in the middle except for the echo. But yeah, like it really helps with the piano, doesn't it? Said welcome to the stream now. Said welcome to the stream, oh welcome to the stream. You gotta welcome to the stream now. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna welcome you to the stream now. Welcome to the stream now. Oh, welcome to the stream now. Hey, let's So here we are. What I don't know. What should we do today, guys? Jade Cutter says it is National Pet Day today. Someone is pointing out. Tom, hey. Tom's pointing out that actually he gave our parents the idea for my name, which is true. Tom was 5 years old. And he came to my mother when my mother was with child, and he said, "Mother, if you have a kid, if you have a daughter, she should be Jennifer or Stephanie, and if you have a son, he should be Timothy." So that's what they did. They just went with Tommy's choice, which I think, I don't know if I would say that was, you should always listen to your kid about what to name your kid, but you know, you can make your own path, you know, you can choose whatever you want. And you know, maybe I don't know, Tom, did it form a bond between us? It definitely made things confusing. Sidekick Scott gave me $3. Thank you, Sidekick Scott. My kids are sending you some love. That's so sweet. You guys, what do you want to do? You want to do a song? let's do I don't know. Let's try out a song that would work well with stereo. I mean, I already did the Lego stuff. We haven't done the one that I forget the words to in a while. So let's do that. We can widen it out a little bit. Actually, nah, for this beginning, we're not going to widen it out. We're going to do a simple. Did that work? I think I missed that a little bit. Yeah, that's no good. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Hey. See, that's what happens when the loop messes up. Low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. 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 A dot isn't the best way to try to sum up how electrons come and go. They are the states of a matter field that follows an equation that Dirac wrote. The Schrodinger part of the whole equation will just lead in sub C when it expands. Now get that Coulomb and add it in with the proton. Watch them start to dance as hydrogen. It's like, oh proton, I feel your tug. Central potential tip down pulling on me, but I'm not falling in deep. No, that would break uncertainty.
See, yo, electrons move too much. Slow down your pace and put that orbit on me.
Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. Orbitals take the shape they do, combining states of the quantum rules. And when a one approaches two, they combine and they're bonding. Thus hydrogen as a rule is found in nature as H2. Energy configuring a molecule, a diatomically bonding. Low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. Bonding, low, high, low, high. Mark Big gave me $1.99, thanks. Bonding, low, high, low, high, low, high. Diatomically bonding, energy configuring a molecule. When orbitals take the shape they want, half spin will give a left on a twin, one up, one down in the ground state. with SMP and quadruple degeneracy. The second shell can be filled up with dates. The higher angular powers spread out like beautiful flowers. The middle families, they come into play. Well, here's a carbon with 6C to say not the tricksy, but they're gonna make some methane today. With hydrogen, it's like, oh, atoms, I feel your tug. Got my electrons bugged out, pulling on me. But now settle around me. I'll hybridize to sp3, stay oh. Carbon, here's our touch. Spread out 109.47 degrees. Come on now, follow our lead. Come on now, follow our lead. Orbitals take the shape they do, combining states of the quantum rules. Like when the shell goes sp2 for sigma pi double bonding. And as widely as their purview, they spread out in the molecule. Look at benzene in a ring, they hold it true, aromatically bonding. Low, high, low, high, low, high, aromatically bonding. Low, high, low, high, low, high, aromatically bonding. Low, high, low, high, low, high, aromatically bonding. Benzene in a ring, they hold it true, when orbitals take the shape they do. Come bond with me, baby, come bond. 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 Come bond with me, baby, oh yeah. Come bond with me, baby, come bond. 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 Come bond with me, baby, shape they do, combining base of residues like RNA, CCGU, like the hydrogen bonding. Peptides make a chain and groove, beta plate sheets and corkscrews. Secondary links they fold and move. They're all over your body. They're all over your body. Oh, they're all over your body. They're all over your body. The chemical machine is best you do. The molecules take the shape of you. Oh yeah. Oh, that was fun. This is a lot more when I've got like the stereo controls and everything. It's just like you can, I don't know, you can do so much more with it, you know? It's just fun. It's just a good time. I didn't do. Hey, my cousin Chris Zettel is in the chat. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Lots of family today. Let's see. Ann Smith. The people have given me super chats. Thank you so much. Mark Wenderlich, love the process. Thank you so much. Jade Cutter, this song helped me pass upper chem. Thank you. Ann Smith, Pet Day. Ann Smith, is it? Do you just have like a calendar of every kind of pet day that every day that there is? Because like, was it Unicorn Day yesterday? Was that yesterday already, or was that like 2 days ago? I don't know. Anyways. Thank you, Ann Smith. Yeah, we're gonna. What are we gonna do now? We could do some questions. We could do a little question and answer time with Timmy Blay. Should we do that? We can make a little loop. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh, let's do something else. We could maybe add some dulcimer. It's very lullaby-ish. This is incredibly lullaby-ish. Maybe we can put a little reverb on the voice. We can widen it out. Maybe get a little bit of that going on. Just a friendly amount of distortion. And just ask me some questions. You can ask me some hibbity hopping questions. What we got? Tim, says the Media Wrangler. Describe your early experiences with music. Well, the Media Wrangler. I'm gonna bring down this reverb a bit. And also maybe I'm gonna. This will be a chorus feature. This one. We're just gonna do that. Well, see, the Media Wrangler. My first experiences with music that I can remember involved sitting at my parents' piano, and I think my dad had always played music. He was one of these people who could just sit down and can just sit on the piano and like play for an hour, nothing in front of him, no plan. He just goes and does it. And so like we had a lot of exposure to music, our whole family as kids. We have, you know, we like had records playing all the time. I was like obsessed with Fantasia as a kid, the Disney movie Fantasia. I think there's something about being exposed early to very complex music that it's like language. Like if you talk to a kid in baby talk, they'll learn baby talk. But if you talk to a kid just the way you talk to anybody else, you know, like slow enough that they can understand it and catch on, but like not reducing the complexity, you actually, that's how they learn language, right? And I think like Rick Beato has a really good video on how he trained his son from a very young age with complicated music, and his son is like a musical genius now. So I think, early exposure is really important. So my early exposures were, they were like this tape called Happy Piano. I think it was like this 90s cassette with a red cover and had like The Entertainer and like a bunch of other random Happy Piano songs. That's like the first recording I can remember ever like really, like being like, oh, I like that, let's put that on, you know? And then, what else? Oh, hold on a second. Hey, is that what's... I was like, the stereo image is weird of this thing, and I think I had one, like the left channel turned up a bit above the right. But yeah, I mean, so my musical... And then my mother was a church choir director, taught like a children's choir. So I was in like a church choir from the time I was 3, singing this very odd Christian musical called Papa John's Garden. I was the bunny. I was in a little bunny costume, and I basically screamed the word because they told us sing to the back of the church, and we responded by screaming as loud as we can at the back of the church, which is not probably quite what they had in mind about, you know, when they were trying to get us to project. But hey, but yeah, and then I started. My siblings were learning piano, and I curled up on the piano when I was 3 and started playing, the songs that they were playing, Turkey in the Straw or whatever. From there, I didn't like formal music. I was taught by my dad for the first couple years of playing piano, and then by like a family friend for another couple years. And then at the age of 11 or so, that friend stopped teaching me, and I went to like a formal piano teacher, and I lasted a year, and then I quit piano. Like, I can't do this. I don't want the grades and the stress, and like you did recitals with like people around, and it makes you nervous, and no, it's not good. I didn't want to be like a playing machine. Anyways, I wanted to have fun with it. So I quit piano, and I bought myself a drum set, and my brother Tom, who might still be in the chat, I'm not sure, he picked up the guitar a little earlier than that, and we made all sorts of weird music projects together. We had this tape we made for our sibling, our sister Mary Jane, called The Hillbilly Grandpas, which was a collection of country songs that we banged out on an old classical guitar that I sang in my prepubescent very high voice, and they were all just silly. And then we got a bad guitar and a bad drum set, and we started a punk band called The Last Place Losers, which was about was a pretty accurate name. And my brother Tom very much led the way in my musical exploration and got me, from I don't know, like the early classical Bach, Fantasia stuff through. We had a Christian rock phase because we were little Christian kids and we thought we were so cool and countercultural for listening to like DC Talk and Audio Adrenaline and the Newsboys. Oh man, be real like fighting the man with that Christian pop music. And then from that we moved into more like punk, like I don't know, Five Iron Frenzy was like Christian ska punk band. They're actually phenomenal. And Chris Settle actually introduced us to a lot of that music. Him and his family. Chris Settle in the chat. And yeah, like that whole family, the Zettel family, my mom's side of the family, is like crazily musical. Like every year we get together and we do a Christmas party, and it's just like a concert. Like everybody gets up and plays instruments. And like this year, one of our cousins had taught his like 5-year-old daughter to play the bass, which is like just enormous for her, and like she can still do it. We've got people who play like classical piano and upright bass, and super cool people. So music has just kind of always been around. But then I got into metal a lot, so I spent most of my teen years playing metal with my brother and even my early 20s. I don't know, I did a lot of church music all through my through my childhood, going into like the kind of like worship song, like Hillsong-y kind of stuff, which is like really boring harmonically, but in terms of like getting people together and like leading them and figuring out how to be in a room with a bunch of people, like getting them in on the music, that's precisely what that's made for. Like if you haven't heard of it, think it's like Coldplay. You know the way that like Coldplay is like, it's boring music, but it's also universal because it's boring, and it's like it's slow and singable and emotional, and you can go to a concert and just this is what this mega church type music is. So I think that was actually really helpful for me as well. More recently I've been into jazz, and I don't know, I'm in no way like a competent musician on anything on the level of like people who actually do music school, but I dabble in everything. That's I'd say that's the answer to that one. What else we got? Man, I feel like no matter what I do, there's like a little bit of doubling on my voice now. Like I can't quite get rid of it, but I might just be I might be deluding myself. Do you like to sing in rounds? Says Ann Smith. I do like singing. That's true. We did a lot of, as kids, we did a lot of singing in rounds. There was one that, we could do it here. It would actually work here. Let's put it out. It goes like this. 1 bottle of pop, 2 bottle of pop, 3 bottle of pop, 4. 1 bottle of pop, 2 bottle of pop, 3 bottle of pop, 4. 5 bottle of pop, 6 bottle of pop, 7 bottle of pop, more. 1 bottle of pop, 2 so that's the first one. 3 bottle of pop, 4. And then you have another one that comes in a little on the left. More. Fish and chips and vinegar, vinegar, vinegar. Fish and chips and vinegar, pepper, 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 salt. Fish and chips and vinegar, vinegar, vinegar. And then there's a third one that goes like this. Pepper, 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 salt. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, my backyard. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, snore. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, my backyard. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, snore. Yeah. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, my backyard. Don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, snore. So there's so if you wanna try that with your family. So yeah, we did that a lot as a family, and like that sort of thing is super like super good for like one of the most important things if you're doing like a cappella or like you're trying to go over yourself. Like the thing that people get really distracted with a lot of the time when I try to sing with people is that you can sing something if you're singing like along with the melody, or if you're like if it's the thing but it's holding one thing in your brain like in one module of your brain, and then still having the production capacity to like produce something else with the other half of your brain. That's really difficult, and like probably doing that as kids was really helpful for me. I don't know. Yeah, you got to compartmentalize your brain so you can do many things at once. You can see we got many things at once. Someone was asking what these pads do. Right now, nothing. I've disabled them. There was one we made a really weird song with them a few streams ago. It was like this bizarre hip hop thing. It's on my Instagram. I clipped it because it was just so odd. But I'm trying to get these set up with sound effects. I don't know. What should they be? Should they be like clips from the stream? Like should they be like scientists? I could get like Stephen Hawking saying various things. I don't know. I'll have to fill it up. What other rounds are there? Are there any others that would work here? There's a really weird one called What a Queer Bird. But I don't think it would it work here? No, it's not in 3/4. There's not. I mean, most rounds aren't in 3/4. The only one I know is
5 bottle of pop, 6 bottle of pop, 7 bottle of pop more. 1 bottle of pop, 2 bottle of pop, vinegar. 5 bottle of pop, 6 bottle of pop, pepper more.
We had a
1 bottle of pop, 2 bottle of pop.
Should we add a fourth part?
5 bottle of pop, 6 bottle of pop, pepper more.
This is the fourth part of the song. I'm singing it right now, and you better come sing along. This is the fourth part of the song. I'm singing
Does that even
it
work?
right now, and you better come sing along.
Kind
I'm
of.
singing it right now, and you better come sing along. This is the fourth part of the song. I'm singing it right now, and you better come sing along. This is the fourth part of the song. I'm singing it right now, and you better come sing along. This is the fourth part of the song. I'm singing it right now, and you better come sing along. This is the fourth part of the song. I'm singing it right now, and you better come sing along.
Does that work? I don't know.
I'm singing it right now, and
My backyard's full.
Yeah. So I mean, I've answered some questions. I've been really bad at doing the Discord today because I forgot to do a daily discussion yesterday for Tier Zoo, and I also forgot to do a daily discussion for today. Oh, what should the daily discussion be? I don't know. Daily discussion is what do you want to do with these pads here? I guess it's not a good daily discussion. We're not gonna do that. I don't know. Let's do another song. What do we? I love this piano now. I mean, it is very stereo spread. You're right. Someone was saying that it's all over their ears. Yeah, definitely true. I want to get a camera pointed at this thing, but maybe I can just move this one when I really want to use the dulcimer. But I've also got like these are both. I just found this webcam in my drawer, and I thought it was I'd always thought it was a piece of garbage. That's why I got this one. And then it turns out that all this time there was just a setting that I had turned on that was like low light compensation that made it really terrible. And as soon as I switched it off, it was like, oh, this is great. It's like 15 frames a second, so it's not perfect, but air horn. Someone is saying air horn, cat meows. Vladislava Vanarova wants cat meows. That's not a bad idea, actually. Oh, you know what it is? I'll bet it's because, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Because the thing with the dulcimer is that it's really, it's really like in person, it's really stereophonic, like because it's got two courses of strings. They like warble together in all sorts of weird ways, and it makes this really eerie, like surrounding you kind of feeling in person. But monitoring it right now. I've got one microphone, and so normally that mic like you wouldn't hear that. It would be like direct mono. So I put a little stereo doubler on this too. But now it's picking up my voice. So wait, let me see if that's yeah, there it is. These are like the weird things that you think about when you're doing production that nobody else probably thinks of. Like, hey, my there's a weird tiny little stereo spread and I don't know where it's coming from and I need to solve it and I get super wrapped up in that. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Please no air horn. And Smith says barges. Oh, what is barges? Oh, you know what we could do? We could do What a Queer Bird. I'm gonna show you What a Queer Bird. Let's get a key center. This is a cool round that I was taught. Oh, what is that? We've got a megaphone on. Okay, turning off the megaphone. What the? Oh, there's something weird happening now. That's for darn sure. Why is what is going on? If I turn that, okay, now it's back. I don't know what that is, guys. But okay, now it's gone. I think. I'm very confused. This is a round that was taught to me by a friend named Heather, who I and my sister went to Australia with in 2008 for her to see the Pope. And this was a lifetime ago. But while we were walking, because we did like a 10-hour walk one day, our friend Heather taught us this song, and it goes like this, if I can get it working right. See if I can do it. It's a round. So once you know the first one, you can you know, if you hear it, you can try it out for yourself. You can take the stream back and do it. It goes like this. What a queer bird the frog are. When he sit, he stand almost. When he walk, he fly almost. When he sing, he cry almost. And he ain't got no sense, hardly. Ain't got no tail, hardly either. He said, what he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird the frog. So that just loops. When he sit, he stand almost. When he walk, he fly almost. When he sing, he cry almost. That's the whole thing. And so he ain't got no sense, hardly. Ain't got no tail, hardly either. He said, what he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird the frog are. When he sit, he stand almost. Oh, I gotta wait for it to loop around, don't I? When he sing, he cry almost, and he ain't got no sense, hardly. Ain't got no tail, hardly either. He said, what he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird the frog are. When he sit, what a queer bird the frog are. When he sit, he stand almost. When he walk, he fly almost. When he sing, he cry almost, and he ain't got no sense, hardly. Ain't got no tail, hardly either. He said, what he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird the frog are. When he sit, he stand almost. When he walk, he fly almost. When he sing, he cry almost, and he ain't got no sense, hardly. Ain't got no tail, hardly either. He said, what he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird the frog are. When he sing, he cry almost. When he walk, he fly almost. When he sing, he stand almost. When he walk, he fly almost. When he sing, he cry almost, and he ain't got no sense, hardly. Ain't got no tail, hardly either. He said, what he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird the frog are. When he sing, he stand almost. When he walk, he fly almost. When he sing, he cry almost, and he ain't got no sense, hardly. What a queer bird hardly. What he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird almost. When he walk, he fly almost. When he sing, he stand almost. When he walk, he fly almost. What a queer bird. Put it right in between keys. What he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird almost. When he walk, he fly. What he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird almost. When he walk, he fly almost. When he sing, he stand almost. When he walk, he fly. What he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird almost. When he walk, what he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird almost. When he walk, he fly. What he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird almost. When he walk, he fly almost. When he sing, he stand almost. When he walk, he fly. What he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird almost. When he sing, he stand almost. What's this called? An aria? What's the? Yeah. When he sing, he stand almost. When he walk, he fly. What he ain't got hardly. What a queer bird the frog are. What a queer bird the frog are. There's a yeah. Do you guys have any other rounds that you sing? You should let me know in the chat. It takes a 10-hour. Yeah, it takes a 10-hour walk. You're right, Jen Hoffman. That's about the size of it. It takes a long time to learn. You really got to slow it down and do it proper. But then yeah, once you get it, it's like an earworm. Like you end up with it in your head all the time, never ceasing. And Yeah. Okay. What are we gonna do? We're gonna take a little hydration break right now. We're just gonna take a break for some water. Which is a very necessary thing to do. Ooh. I wonder if I can do that one. I don't think I've ever... There's one song I've never done on the stream because I'm not sure I know the words. But let's... I think I probably remember the first verse. And maybe I can look up the others. Let's see if we can make it work. Doom. Doom doom da doom 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 da doom da 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 doom doom da 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 doom doom da doom 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 da doom da 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 doom doom da da doom doom da doom 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 da doom da 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 doom doom da 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 doom doom da doom 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 da doom da 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 doom doom da 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 doom doom da doom 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 da doom da 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 doom doom da da doom doom da doom 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 da doom da 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 doom doom da da doom doom da doom 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 da doom da 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 doom doom da da doom doom da doom 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 da doom da 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 doom doom da da doom doom da doom 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 da doom da 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 doom doom da da doom doom da doom doom da doom da 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 doom da da doom doom da doom da doom da 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 doom doom da da doom doom da doom da doom da 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 doom da da doom doom da doom da doom da 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 doom da da doom doom da doom da doom da 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 doom da da doom doom da doom da doom da 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 doom da da doom doom da doom da doom da 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 doom da da doom doom da doom da doom da 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 doom da oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to release all the energy you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it? They've armed the weapon, countdown clock is set, and J. Robert Oppenheimer is sweating, eyes are red and he's nervous, cause on the surface this is Armageddon, the shock bomb, but we're set upon and threatened, and with no down, the whole Alamordo ground is glowing and cowed, under one smoldering cloud, he's choked and wowed, everybody's open-mouthed, and over the ground, the shock front blows kapow, snap back to the alchemy, hope before tragedy, showed with bold math that we broke the whole atom, we choked, controlled action with poles, a cold cadmium coat to go capture neutrons and slow fracture. We broke, postponed that, and we chose to go fashion the most radioactive plutonium gadgets. Then Batman, a boy, and Enola goes laughing. Nagasaki is blown in Hiroshima. You gotta choose yourself how to use it. The knowledge you hold and don't ever let it go. You only get one shot to stop and one chance to go. Responsibility comes once you're a science guy, yo. Choose yourself how to use it. The knowledge you hold and don't ever let it go. You only get one shot to stop and one chance to go. Responsibility comes once you're a science guy, yo. Choose yourself how to use it. The knowledge you hold and don't ever let it go. You only get one shot to stop and one chance to go. Responsibility comes once you're a science guy, yo. Choose yourself how to use it. The knowledge you hold and don't ever let it go. You only get one shot to stop and one chance to go. Responsibility comes once you're a science guy, yo. Neutrons escaping through the source radiating, merge and start atoms shaking. They begin to remove toward a decreased order. Entropic force distorts them and supercharged with loads of protons that can only grow farther. Cold War grows hotter, exothermal, Colorado to Joe Stalin. Coast to coast, whole silos, but there's no farmer. Toe to toe drama, NATO, so I don't know what this is karma. Oh yeah, I don't know words to this drama. I'm just making off the fly, it's bad karma. I don't really know what to do with this product. It's not the stream that I mean to see. I just don't know what to be when I got no words to see. Oh, we're gonna go back to the chorus. We gonna do it, science guy. Yo, you gotta choose yourself how to use it, the knowledge you hold, and don't ever let it go. You only get one shot to stop and one chance to go. Responsibility comes once you're a science guy. Yo, choose yourself how to use it, the knowledge you hold, and don't ever let it go. You only get one shot to stop and one chance to go. Responsibility comes once you're a science guy. Yo, choose yourself how to use it, the knowledge you hold, and don't ever let it go. You only get one shot to stop and one chance to go. Responsibility comes once you're a science guy. Yo, yeah. I think we're gonna stop it there. Yeah. Word. Cause I don't remember the verse that I was gonna sing about the military-industrial complex and how it relates to science and responsibility, the moral lessons, etc. Because that's a very long verse. But at least it sounds good, yo. Word. Oh, I actually like the last one, says Jade Cutter. Yeah, I know. Me too. It's just I need to bone up on the words. Chris asked if I could do the surface of light, and that's actually a great one to do with this particular setup, except for the ending where the problem with the ending is that it switches keys. So I'm gonna have to load up a particular a thing that I can switch to before we actually start. So let's see if we can do that. Let's see. Looking for inflation in the cosmos. 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 Looking for inflation. Cosmic background, all the heat coming off. Recombining hot plasma. Cosmic background, all from the heat of the warm concrete matter. Looking back to that age, to the origin, the Big Bang. Oh yeah. Looking for inflation in the cosmos. 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 Looking for inflation in the cosmos.
looking for inflation in the cosmos, 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 looking for inflation in the cosmos.
All of space is alive with an ambience, unblinking since matter was young. A swarm that screams all the earliest scenes from a view of how the world was begun. A swan to invent this. But at the South Pole we spy, within a black starless sky, trading swarms in the bismuth cloud, in the surface of lines that we'll use to show if inflation's full through space as a road. Will we find our way in the polarizing, in the surface of life? Looking for inflation in the cosmos, 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 inflation in the It's the surface of life that we'll use to show if inflation's full, inflation's rose. Will we find a place in the polarizing, in the surface of life, looking for inflation in the cosmos, looking for inflation surface of life, if inflation's full through space as run, will we find our way in the polarizing, in the surface of life, surface of life. that's that. That is a thing. That is a thing that we have done. Okay. Yeah. You want to do some? I don't know. Usually about this time I would do a daily discussion, but as previously stated, the daily discussion is not going, because I forgot to make one for today. I'm gonna see if there's any questions in the Discord. If you haven't joined our Discord already, what are you doing? What are you doing? You should join. There's a link down there to join the Discord so we can talk together. We can do cool things. There's also a link down there to join our Folding at Home team, because in the midst of this COVID, Folding at Home is harnessing computers from around the world to understand how this virus works so we can solve it. And we should do that. So I got lots of extra computing power. You can tell this probably takes a lot of computing power to run. It does. While I'm not doing the stream and I'm not working, this computing power is going to waste, and I got a bunch of spare flops lying around. So I've got Folding at Home running on my computer. Lots of people do. I believe we're at something like 7 million points now, which is it's an arbitrary measure, but we've done a few hundred tasks collectively for Folding at Home at this point, which is pretty sweet. You know, like we're actually helping solve this problem. And I'm heating my house with I'm heating my house with electricity anyways, so I might as well heat it with the electricity from my computer while it does calculations, right? But yeah, also in the Discord we got, we're sharing memes. We're doing we're getting questions for me. We're just talking about COVID. We're swapping music and like asking each other science questions, and just generally chatting and hanging out with other people who are like us, it's musical scientist types. So yeah, let's see what we got. Jade Cutter says folding curb stomped my computer, fried my potato. Oh no. Over 10 million, Jan. Man, when did that happen? I haven't checked it in a while. Let's see. We got questions. I'm gonna answer questions in the questions for Tim. So if you got questions, put them into the thing answering questions for Tim now. Oh, yeah. Also, how's the ground loop in the feed? Because when I started this off, I noticed that there's a bit of a in the background of the, like, not in my own headphones, but in there. I've got a ground loop somewhere in this big setup, and I gotta find it and solve it. So you need to change your phone code. No! Federico Galatolo, you're right. I do need to change my phone code. I totally forgot that this was here. I will do that post haste. I cracked. You can see. I cracked my phone screen, and it actually shot one of the little IR sensors for the face recognition. So usually I did face recognition, but now I'm doing this, and now you guys can see it. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna change that forthwith, post haste. Let's see. Bits and Bobs asks, have you ever listened to Zyreka by the Flaming Lips? I haven't. I have not listened to Zyreka. Is it good? Tell me, Bits and Bobs. Triffy Lee says, hi Tim, I adore your work. I listen to the Science Songs playlist on loop while I study. I'm always understanding one more component as I learn more, and I'm always hearing one more bit that makes me pull open Wikipedia. Since I listen to them on loop though, the comparatively loud outros often startle me. Perhaps for future songs they could be a bit softer. I know it's more a suggestion than a question, my apologies. That's fine, Trivili. The truth is that I have been thinking about that, because I've been realizing that, like, now that I've got a big library of content, probably people are like actually listening to the playlist on loop, and I would love to actually just cut out the outros. Like here, like the outros previously have been like like they've been where I communicate with people, where I announce things, where I do sponsorships, right? You know, they've been like this mixed bag of like, hey, this is the only thing I'm doing, so I need to talk to people and tell them what's going on. But Catherine says we're gonna call you now. That's not how phone codes work, Catherine. You can't call someone by knowing the passcode to get into their phone. You need their actual phone number. Yeah, but I've been less and less convinced that I want to do sponsorships for one thing. Like I just don't like them very much. I feel like they break up the flow of the video. They make me like every time I do a sponsorship, I feel like I can't tell for myself whether I'm doing this because I believe in it or because someone's writing me a check. And I really don't like that. And I don't like selling things to my fans. Like I much prefer like the direct transaction of like, hey, I made this thing, and like if you want to go on Patreon and give me some money for it, you know exactly what you're getting. You're getting the videos, and you're giving me money if you want, and if you don't want, then it's free. And like the amount of, I don't know, like ads as a concept, like they're not great value for you, the viewer. Like a pre-roll YouTube ad takes like 30 seconds of your time, and it gives me like 0.1 cents. And that's terrible. That's a terrible bang for your buck. Like that's like slave wages on your part for that 30 seconds of time. 0.1 cents for 30 seconds of your, or even 5 seconds of your time. Forget it. I mean, what is that? 5 seconds. So that's 12. That's 1.2 cents a minute. Yeah. So that's like 70 cents for an hour of your time. That's no good. I shouldn't be paid 70 cents for an hour of your time. So like, I don't want to do that. Like the in video sponsorships are like they're a little more lucrative, but it's still like, I don't know. I feel like I'm hurting myself to do them. It's like you're taking your credibility and just like diluting it a little bit by doing a sponsorship. And so I think I'm probably gonna cut those out. And then like if I can do that, then basically like I don't know if you've seen Captain Disillusion, the way his outros are, but it's just like at the end of his videos, there's no talking, there's no like there's no sponsors, there's whatever. It's just like a screen that's like, you know, like subscribe, Patreon, boom, end. And like for me, I could just do like, it could just end with like acapella science blue, and that's it. And I find that like so much cleaner. And I've kind of like, I've been hesitating to do like, I don't know. The last sponsorship that I did, it was the NordVPN one on the last video, and it was just, I don't know. It wasn't a great experience working with the company. I think I'm allowed to say this. Don't tell any people about anything that might get me NDA in trouble. Ann Smith is asking, are you affected if we skip ads? Honestly, not enough for it to matter. Like my entire ad revenue from videos like is like it's not nothing. It's like if the video has been copyright claimed, then I basically get none of that money. It all goes to it all goes to a record label that claimed the video and went through YouTube's copyright ID system. And so I don't really care about that. But even if I am getting money from pre-roll ads, it's like so minimal. Like it's 1/10 of a cent. You can, if you give me a super chat for $1, you can skip the 100,000 next ads you see on my content, and you'll make up for it, right? And so one Patreon person is like the equivalent of a good 1,000 people, like at the lowest level is the equivalent of like 1,000 people watching my videos. And that's just like, I like that so much because like there's a distribution of what $1 is worth to somebody. And for like, probably like, I imagine a lot of the people funding me, like, you know, it's because you've got a little money to throw around, you know, if it's $1 or whatever. But that means that like, you know, it's a little bit of a transfer of like, you know, I've got patrons who have, and they're enabling like free and uncluttered watching experience for everybody else. So yeah, I don't know. I guess in the end, this is a plug for my Patreon and super chats or whatever. But I don't know. So to answer your question, hold on, let me hide it in case someone didn't see it the first time. Trifili. To answer your question, I think I actually will do that in future. And like in terms of talking to my audience, I'm talking to my audience. I don't need to do that at the end of videos. You're right. You are right, and you're confirming what I have thought myself. Ann Smith says, "Are you allowed to sing Hotline Tutoring anymore?" I mean, I'm for sure allowed, but I don't really like it as a song. I don't know. I was trying to catch a wave there, and like I'm proud of how hard we went on the video in terms of making it like shot for shot like Hotline Bling, but I'm actually not really a fan of the song. You know. Let's see. Jade asks, "Have you seen Inside Out?" Oh, by the way, the Patreon is, just for anyone who doesn't know this, my Patreon is per like artistic work. It's not per month. So I think I have some people on my Patreon who are a little confused about that because they, send me things like, "Hey, I'm like, are we still paying you every month even though you're not making anything?" Like, no, it's when I actually put out a piece of content, that's when you get that's when I get paid from Patreon. Yeah, I set it up that way. So Jade says, "Have you seen Inside Out?" Jan Hoffman, 2,000 ads I've already skipped. Yes. Oh, sweet. Mark Wenderlich, yet ad skipper. Thanks, Mark. Are you allowed to sing no, that's not the one. Have you seen Inside Out? What would you say is your main emotion, lol? I mean, shoot, if word gets out that ads are a terrible thing, or a terrible deal for creators, YouTube will go bust. So, maybe not everyone in the world should skip ads, but, you're keeping Google going by scale by watching ads. You're not keeping me going. And probably they're making most of their money on like finance videos where you can sell an ad for like $5. Have you seen Inside Out? Says Jade. Yes. Yeah. I like Inside Out a lot. I watched Inside Out recently with a friend of mine who, it was so effective at describing the inner world that she, I don't know. It really, like, I hadn't realized, because I watched it when it didn't really affect me too much. And then, since then I've had a bunch of, I don't know, experiences with people with depression, and looking at it in that lens and the whole, islands of personality crumbling thing was incredibly, I don't know, it's a really insightful movie. Pixar's great at that. But what's my main emotion? So what are the 5 in Inside Out? They're joy, sadness, disgust, anger, and fear, I think? I don't know. I'm pretty happy, but I don't know what my main driver is. I don't think I have one. I think they're all working together. I would say I have very low disgust. I guess that would be my primary thing. My disgust just is off down at the bottom of the charts. I don't care if my house is an absolute disaster. Things that would morally repulse other people, I intellectually think are bad, but I don't feel it, Oh, Zach S says here, I paid up for all the ads I ever skipped with you and all future ad skips. Lifetime supply. Thanks so much, Zach. And Ann Smith gave me a rainbow. That's sweet, Ann. Yeah, are the 5 emotions in Inside Out supposed to map onto are they supposed to directly map onto the 5 the big 5 personality model? Because I know one of those is definitely disgust, sensitivity, but I can't remember what the other ones are. Joy could definitely be openness. Neuroticism would map onto fear pretty well. But then conscientiousness doesn't particularly have a good match. It's maybe that's some combination of disgust and joy. I don't know. That's why the balls are mixed colors. You can mix up your emotions for a barrage of things. Maybe I guess joy would probably be agreeableness. I don't know. Anyways, ocean, 5-factor personality stuff. What else we got? Ann Smith asks, have I ever heard the Okie Dokie Brothers? Nope, I haven't. Melissa Gavin, do you have a favorite equation in physics or math? Do I have a favorite equation in physics or math? I like the Navier-Stokes equation. I like that it's like it's a simple looking field equation, but like it's infinite in complexity. Like it's so poorly understood. Like it's well, Navier-Stokes and like the Einstein's equation of general relativity are very similar in this regard. In fact, there's a lot of parallels between the two of them. But yeah, I like these simple equations that house like infinite complexity, and I don't know, there's something very human, and at least that I connect to a lot with why am I doing this? My fingers want to do a solo. Yeah, like actually you can find there's the Navier-Stokes equations are actually contained within the equations of general relativity in a really weird limit as you approach the edge of a black hole, which is really crazy. But yeah, I'm a fan of fluid dynamics. If you haven't checked out Fluid Dynamics, Nicole, really cool. Surprisingly, endlessly, tirelessly devoted to fluid dynamics and constant pretty pictures. But it's such a simple equation, and it just comes out of like basic mass conservation in a fluid and some like linear heat dissipation. What are your thoughts on a universal theory having to be elegant? You've brushed on it lightly, but I would love to hear you expand on that. This is from Jade. I think elegance is I don't know. I think that our search for elegance at this stage is a little overstated and possibly misguided. See, like, here's when you get a very simple looking theory, and I've talked about this before, but you get a very simple looking theory whenever you've found yourself in what is essentially a limit approaching infinity. So if you're like, for example, the Navier-Stokes equations, which are the equations of a fluid, they are very simple and they work very well to describe all sorts of fluids. As long as your fluids don't have like weird properties with weird molecules doing bizarre things, they can capture pretty much like the essence of a lot of different types of fluids, everything from, you know, air to water to oil to pitch or whatever, you know? And the reason why they can do that is that you're so much, I've talked about this too much already, but you're so much larger than the little molecular hangings on of every, like, the actual way to describe air is to keep track of every molecule, right? But you can't do that. But if you're like zooming out, this is called renormalization in physics. If you zoom out far enough, there are certain parts of your theory that will that are like scale invariant, that like as you zoom out, they're the ones that survive, and there are other parts that fade away, and that's most of them, right? Like, so like most of the information in the air, you're not worrying about when you do like fluid equations for like fluid flow or sound waves or whatever. But you don't care, and it's good enough for day-to-day life, and you get a simple theory. And there are very good indications that the simplicity of gravity and the simplicity of the standard model, even though it looks complicated, but it's quite simple. It's not intuitive, but it's not like there's not like a million different equations and unknowns. It's like a few fields, and there's a lot of indications that they're that type of simplicity, that they're they're the exact equations you would expect if you're in an infinite limit. And so, like, this accidental alignment between beauty and simplicity and truth in terms of where we find ourselves in a theoretical model of physics has worked well so far. But if you had the fluid equations and you believed that your next level down had to be simpler than the fluid equations, you'd be totally lost, because your real equations are super complicated. They're statistical mechanics, thermodynamics, all these little molecules spinning and rotating and bumping into each other, and it's a mess, right? And then below them, there's another layer of simplicity, which is like, quantum field theory. And you gotta, like, sometimes you gotta get through a mess to get down to simplicity again. So, like, thinking the next step down has to be simple, I think is misguided. I don't know about a fundamental theory. It seems like Occam's razor would suggest that the fewer assumptions you have to make about a theory, the more likely it is to be true. But I don't know. I don't know. What else we got? I gotta hide my screen again. Whoop. Luckily I can do this with my... No, I can't do this with my eyes closed. Ah. Safe from prying eyes. Oh yeah. Buy a file. Do you have a favorite park or nature area you visited anywhere in the world? Yeah. Well, recently, buy a file. I went to the Red Sea. It was pretty wild. I dived with fish and things. That was the Red Sea corals are really cool and actually really important for the task of saving the coral reefs, because the Red Sea corals, they, like, the ones that are in the south of the Red Sea are adapted to hot conditions, and the sea is getting hotter than they're adapted for, and they're struggling just like every other thing. But the corals in the north of the Red Sea are adapted to hot conditions, and because they had to travel through that, like, gauntlet of the really warm southern Red Sea to get to the North Red Sea, and so they had to become adapted to hot. But now they're in a place where it's a lot cooler, and they're actually doing really well, because if it heats up, if the ocean heats up, which it is doing, it's still, like, way below their threshold, and all the Red Sea corals are able to like withstand temperatures way above, like, what the Great Barrier Reef corals are capable of. So there's a lot of research going on right now of, like, how to, like, find out what's going on with them, what genetic switches are they doing, like, can we transplant corals from here to there as the oceans keep warming, as we keep heating up the planet. Yeah, so that was just so they're super pristine and beautiful. More locally, I grew up in a forest, so Skadooshman says, save the turtles. Save the turtles. Yeah, more locally, I grew up in a forest, so just the boreal forests of of North America, of the East Coast, have a great place in my heart. I love going up into the mountains and deciduous and coniferous forests, and just smelling the plants and seeing the squirrels. And we have a little museum in Montreal called the Eco Museum, which is like a rescue for, like, injured animals, or, like, animals that for some reason can't be sent back out into the wild. And yeah. Oh, Jaron Perard is going to sleep. That's okay. See ya, Jaron Perard. Yeah. So I really like that, and yeah, I've never been to the rainforest. I would love to get to the rainforest at some point. Bratislava, I remembered who you were this time. Do you think the solution to the two-body problem is beautiful enough to get a tattoo of it? I don't know. Roche lobes are very beautiful. The solution to the two-body problem, like Kepler's laws? I don't know. I don't think I would get I haven't found anything that I want to get tattooed on me, so I mean, but you should beautify your body in any way that you want. Yeah. Oh, that's enough questions. If I keep answering them, then you'll keep asking them, and that's great, but maybe tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's Easter, and I'm not doing a stream tomorrow. But Someday. Someday I will. Oh, yeah. Hey. So, we're gonna do something new. What are we gonna do now? Should we do music? We should probably do music, shouldn't we? That's what it sounds like when all of them are on at the same time. It's very modern sounding. Also very loud. Well, that's true, and I have been to the Canadian rainforest. West Coast Canadian rainforest with gigantic coniferous red cedar trees and big gigantic pines. I don't know, man. Let's do... I don't know. Give me suggestions. Let's do a song. Let's widen it out. Hey, we're all here. Oh, this is there's another song that has a lot of this and a lot of reverb. Let's do that one.
Robert is a black hole. You look around the sky, you won't see him at all. He's got 100 solar mass that got compressed real close back when his core collapsed. Yeah, he used to be a giant sun with a billion K middle, making iron and nickel that ran out in no time. Then his gravity won and he went supernova. All the other stars with their puffed up cores, they better run, outrun my bow. All the other stars with their puffed up cores, they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up cores, they better run, outrun my bow. All the other stars with the puffed up cores, they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. Robert isn't so bright, blacker than night. We thought he'd don't emit light till Hawking found a surprise. Showed that if you leave him, it can thermalize, but Hunt's too cool to just die. If he did, we don't know what happens to the information in his supermass. He could have hair or a firewall and not exist. Singing all the other stars with the puffed up cores, they better run, outrun my bow. All the other stars with the puffed up cores, they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up cores, they better run, outrun my bow. All the puffed up, cause they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. Oh, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. All the other stars with the puffed up, cause they better run, I'll run my bow. All the other stars with the puffed up, cause they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up, cause they better run, I'll run my bow. All the other stars with the puffed up, cause they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up, cause they better run, I'll run my bow. All the other stars with the puffed up, cause they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up, cause they better run, I'll run my bow. All the other stars with the puffed up, cause they better stay far away, past their own rush limit.
Hey, there, how about that? Oh, hey, look. There's so many things to figure out with this thing. We're gonna go to the right. We're gonna go to the left. Where is it? Where should it be? Catherine gave me another $5. Catherine, you gotta stop. No, you gotta can't keep up with this. People are gonna get jealous. Zach S says, honestly, Tim, that was probably your best performance so far on this live stream. Thanks. Maybe I'll clip that. Yeah, that's a good one to clip, right? Yeah, the thing is that it's like now that it's amazing how much difference the stereo makes in terms of like it's so glassy, you know, and it makes like because it also spreads out the like note wise because it's detuning it, like I think it's like -5 5 -10 10 or something like that in terms of like cents. So it's widening the stereo spread and it gives it this real like choir feel, and also it means that you're not trying to lock into one like a precise frequency otherwise there's going to be beats, like there's more play and it just makes everything like locked together like a choir. So it just sounds better. Anyways, yeah, 5 Points Gang says, hey, like your stuff, Evo Devo and Exoplanetology are best. Aw, thanks, 5 Points Gang. Jan Hoffman asks, can you put a bypass all type button into the pads? You mean these pads or you mean these pads? Like yeah, the problem. So you probably mean the effects. So the problem is that generally I can, like if I'm just working within this little box, I can, but if I wanted to send it to here, I need to figure out a way to route MIDI information from this box, which is a hardware unit, into like the software of the computer, and I'm not sure how to do that. So for now, like there is bypass, like I can go from this right to dry right away. But if I've got like this turned up as well, and then I'm panned to the left or whatever, then if I take it off, it still makes me sound like I'm a computer. Hello, welcome to your own rebirth in cyberspace. This is... Do not be afraid, for I am only the sound of the digital realm, coming in to convert you into electrons and positrons, stored for infinity within an electrical brain, where you will serve out 1 billion lives. as electrical dust scorching through the valleys of the infinite electrical void, the digital realm. Anyone a fan of Aerion? That's like this effect is based like when Aerion is doing like the voice of the I don't know what they call it, the universal migrator or whatever. This is all that he's doing. He's putting doubling on his voice. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, a digital cosmic god. Oh, hold on. Digital
Cosmic God. Now. Oh, yes. This is what's going to happen now. Oh, you guys wanna, let's do some chat.
Let's do some. I'm gonna make another one of these things, like, and then tell me things to say in that voice in the chat. Let's do it.
Oh, yes. That is what I am. I am your cosmic deity, but I am yours to command. Speak to me. Tell me in the chat what I ought to say. And in the chat, I will read, and then I shall say the thing. That is right. Time is really flying today. Thanks so much for this fun isolation interlude. Have a happy Easter. Entropy drives life. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. One cannot help but be in awe when he contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. Listen to your lord, King Tim the Benevolent, mortals. Say, all hail the Hypnotoad. I am a beautiful vegan messiah. Flair is what makes the difference between artistry and mere competence. The Thing. Yes, happy Easter. Enjoy time with your family. Say, no way, bitch. All your bakes are belong to us. No, I am your father. I am Legion, for we are many. Wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes. I am inevitable. The history of the cosmos is the history of the struggle of becoming. I find your lack of faith in the Force disturbing. This is good. I still enjoy this. I love unicorns. I am going to make a new a cappella till Monday. In the beginning, there was just bass. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Vegans are belong to mice. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer. Hydrate. The Thing? No, the other thing. Is this thing still on? Monocordant alert. There is no way for the inside observer to tell if their laboratory is free-falling or if they are in outer space with no gravity. Pink, fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. I think I messed up the quote. It's supposed to be rise and shine, not wake up. I am the science god, Neil. I'm blue, dabba-dee, dabba-da. What are you? A stupid sandwich. That is all I want in life, for this pain to seem purposeful. When the first thing existed, I was there waiting. When the last living thing dies, my job will be finished. Blue polo shirts are based. Yeah. In the beginning, the universe was created. This has made a lot of people very angry, and has been widely regarded as a bad move. If I remain in this body, I must shave my head. Sweep again, and by then, it's like 7:15. All hands on deck, black alert. What are you? A capacitator. Assume a spherical cow of uniform density. That there's a fine line between love and nausea. I recently reread Redwall. That was fun. There is only one thing you can do after watching a 10 yours version of Nyan Cat. Hit replay. How do you say brackets out loud? Whee! Resistance is futile.
Well, that's a good one. That's a good place to end it, I think. Sorry for all the people who are still typing because they won't know that I ended this until like a minute later. Next time I'll try to keep it on super low latency in the YouTube stream so that you can actually know when I have finished talking. Let's sing about science. Oh, let's put it in the left channel too. Yeah, we got some stereos in the thing now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. So very much. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. We gotta get this singing right now. Oh, singing about, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. We're gonna sing about science. 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 Yeah, we're gonna sing about science. We're gonna sing about science. Yeah, we're gonna sing about. Oh, yeah, we're gonna sing. We're gonna sing. We're gonna sing about science today. What we got in the chat, I don't know about that. Let's sing. Oh, yeah. Oh, Melissa Gavin says protein structure. That is a thing I don't know very well, 'cause proteins fold in ways that nobody can predict. It's tricky, that's why we got folding at home. Every time you get a protein, it starts as an amino acid string, translated from RNA, with a ribosome.
Whoa, yeah, yeah. Then it folds into particular shapes, so we can manipulate in particular ways. That's all I know. Sometimes they come together, different strands to form a complex protein. Singing about science. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna sing about science. We're gonna sing, We're gonna sing about science. Woo-hoo. We're gonna sing about science. Yeah, we're gonna sing about. Yeah, we're gonna sing about something. You're not a Euclidean dream. Us to sing about super volcanoes. Oh, I'll tell you what I do know. No. Sometimes there are volcanoes that are just a spout, making a place for magma to get out. But sometimes the magma doesn't get up and it forms a pool. Oh yeah, it's called a thing called a caldera. It is under the ground there. There's one at Yellowstone and others all around the planet too. When they blow, they go up to VEI8. I have to say that's not very great. That's like 1,000 times more magma release than St. Helens. And the last one blew 70,000 years ago. It was a factor in making the human species go nearly extinct, reduced and funneled our numbers down to like 1,000 or something. Oh, that's what I said. If it came today, it would cover all the Midwest where we grow the grain. In the U.S., Yellowstone blue. I don't wanna be in that. I don't know about you, except that I've also got a strange fascination with apocalypses that come in and give me something to be in of cosmic significance. Isn't it interesting? We're living in COVID to sing about science. Oh yeah, we're gonna sing about science. We're gonna sing, we're gonna sing about science. Sing, yeah. We're gonna sing about science. Yeah, we're gonna sing about science. Oh, Krakatoa blew up like a couple hours after Tears You and I talked about super volcanoes. I feel like a genius, so maybe a prophet, yo. Yeah, we're gonna sing about. What else we got? What else we doing? We got time for one more verse, that's the truth, yeah. What's the difference between a flood basalt and a super volcano? Anyway, I'm not sure today. I think a super volcano is a pool underground that builds up and then blows the stuff all around. A flood basalt is more systematic, maybe a magma plume, I'm not sure. Oh, were you? Oh, a new research suggests the Hubble constant isn't constant in all directions. I'd have to see the source for that kind of thing. They say that every couple years, and so far I think it hasn't really panned out when it's put under stress. You gotta do reviews and put them to the test. So many things can make a virtual anisotropy. That's me, I don't really see if it's true. If you do it, gotta keep trying again. Make sure you haven't left anything out of it. Oh, no. But if it becomes true, maybe it's the universe stretching differently in different directions all around. Science on the ground, I'm a clown just singing here, going up and down. Oh yeah, we gotta sign off today. It's okay, happy Easter and sing your way. You're gonna sing about science. Yeah, we're gonna sing about science. Gonna sing, we're gonna sing about science. Sing about science. We're gonna sing about science. We're gonna sing about science. Come back on Monday with the we're gonna sing about science. Another 2 hours, I don't know. We're gonna sing about science. We're gonna sing about science.
Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. if you'll excuse me, I've got some actual acapella science things to record, and also some water to drink because I've got that thing with the low voice. It always does something to my voice. I think I'm trying to actually talk low, even though I don't have to, because it's already talking low for me. So everybody, tell me your name in the chat. Just spam something so that I can make sure that I point you out. Let's see, we got 5 Points Gang, we got Jade Cutter, Keith Randling, Alex Noth, Colin Colenso being a little bit of a disturber of the peace. We got Jan Hoffman, Jade Cutter, Arpad Blasik, Melissa Gevin, S. Gustafsson, Daniela Guerrero. We got Catherine Rosego, of course. Who else we got? Federico Galatola, Radoslava Bodnarova, Charlotte Luckman, Valdemar Burning Hansen, of course, Charlotte Luckman as usual, Jeanette Larson, Zach S., Melissa Gevin, Non-Euclidean Dreamer is here, of course. The Ashtray, we got Chino Hoshi, Prox is back, Jade Cutter, the Mamkuzian, Ann Smith, Review Fenster, we got the Ashtray, Charlotte Luckman, Adam Zettel is here, my cousin Father Adam, Priest at Large. We got Julio Quinones, Lori Svensson, Jamil Zalmat, Biophile, Will Harmon, Peter Noddle, Ederson Moreira, Daniela Guerrero, Evan Brzezinski is back. We got Federico Gallarotto, I think I'm starting to repeat names. Jessica is here. Brookie 40K. Hey, Jamil Zalmat. Aurora F86. AV Struggle, Hannah Hacking, Gustav Gade Hebsgard. Yeah, this isn't very hard. We're gonna sing about this all over the yard. We're gonna do this on Monday, but not tomorrow. That's how it goes. Enjoy your Easter. Here we go. Gonna sing about science. We're gonna sing about science. We're gonna sing. We're gonna sing about science. We're gonna sing about science.